Tom has to fight for a seat in our cloud, same as all of us have to do. And that's a tall order, along with his job, along with his family, and along with trying to fight the CU campaign. And just to say that, you know, that we're certainly fully behind you in this area. You're certainly happy. I suppose just a few short words on Aaron. Jerry has summed it up, and I wouldn't even attempt to try and I suppose to cover ground Jerry has covered, but I only came to know Aaron relatively recently, and he was out canvassing with me last Thursday night, and unfortunately the rural canvass was finished, so we had to, the nearest thing we could get to a rural canvass was Kilminchy, one of the suburbs at the other side of the town. And you know, Aaron said to me, you know, that he was concerned that the only thing that worried him was that he let us down, and I've no doubt that I've no concerns about you letting us down. I think that you'll go out and you'll do your best, and I think that's an opportunity where you have positive people in the organisation. It's an opportunity for us to bring in positive people, and it'll be small for a while in that area. You know, in the last, you can see the figures that I gave you the other night, that we got 300 votes out of that electoral area back in 2002 in the general. It wasn't contested again until the last general, and we got, I think, 401 according to the Fianna Fáil tally. If you can go out, don't mind the vote that you get, if you can go out and meet people, you know, and you know, try and draw together an organisation in the area, that's every bit as important for the future. And like, there's another person here from that electoral area, Sean Brophy, and you've only just met Sean for the first time. Sean is dead with Portlaoise coming, even though he's a little bit over the boundary in your electoral area in Trumra. But Sean canvasses every election for us in Roskelton and all around that side of our electoral area, and has been responsible for us winning a seat on the county council in the past, and are shown in the general election. You know, and if you can get a few more people like Sean around it, helping you along with some of your own friends, you'll do okay. And I want to wish you all the very best. I think that you have what it takes. And in a way, it's a bit unfair, because you want to have, I suppose, stuff that the rest of us spent years making mistakes and trying to learn. You're trying to cram it all into a short period of time. And even the other night when we were canvassing, you know, we had 3 hours, and as we were canvassing, talking to people, we were also doing the learning, and it's a kind of a question and answer session as we were going along between this from door to door. But you know, you have a job of work in your hands. I think, you know, just do the best you can. I know that you won't let us down, and I think that will be good for the organisation. Just on a personal note, Tom Sharkey says that Tom Sharkey said when I came in, we look like the old lads. And from a personal point of view, that the last time a candidate ran in the Borris and Ossory electoral area, I was born 2 years before that in the Borris and Ossory electoral area. Right? 14th of January 1958. But, I'm not as old as that, by the way. But what I would say is that, you know, there's a great bit of satisfaction for me, because we often had the discussion inside Sinn Féin in the area, because we were so small in Laois, that we had a problem attracting talent. And I've said this to people who are kind of in the middle of the core of the country now, people like Jerry and Alan and people like that in the last few weeks. I have never seen the lineup of candidates that we have. I would put them up against anybody. Now, we won't do as well, obviously, as Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael, because they're bigger parties. But the lineup of candidates, we have a good slate of candidates this time. Very capable people. And you know, even if they don't get elected this time, we should be looking at this as a 6 and as an 11-year strategy. You know, looking at it as a long-term strategy. And just wish you all the best.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Thanks very much. Now we're going to call on Tomás Sharkey, our EU candidate for North Leinster. Thomas, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, first of all, thanks Maggie and Brian for the welcome, and Laois. It's always a pleasure to come down to a party structure that is very steady, that's focused, and that can come to meetings and make wise decisions. And the decision here tonight to nominate Aaron to be our party's candidate in the Borris and Ossory area, I think Jerry's right when he quotes the history that's been made here tonight, and I do believe that people will look back on tonight as a night that started a long history as well, or a very positive future. About being a young man in your early 20s as a candidate, well, sometimes we just have to give you the push to help you fly. I think there's a poem that says, come to the edge, no we'll fall. Come to the edge, and they came, and they pushed them, and they flew. So if you're always afraid to stand, or if you're always afraid to do what's right, you know, you might never just take that chance. But take the chance, and you know, good things will happen. I'm very positive, I'm very confident about Erin. We spent a good session this afternoon in the home house, tramping the lanes, up the fields. I learnt an awful lot about what a young farmer needs in rural Ireland. I learnt that Erin is a broadband farmer, because broadband is one of the tools that a modern farmer needs. And he knows the issues, he understands what his local community need. And that's what we as a party need to be relevant. Because there'll be plenty of discussion in the statewide media, but at the end of the day, it's our job as a local organisation probably to get in under the radar. To get in under the radar of the Sunday Independents and the Tribunes and the Irish Times that we have in modern Ireland there. They probably aren't expecting Erin Delaney to be standing for Sinn Féin. And Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil would prefer Erin not to be standing for Sinn Féin.